BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
There's a storm outside. There might be a storm brewing in Spielberg as well. Welcome to round 2 of the ALR Formula One World Championship, and we are here at picturesque Austria then for round 2 of season 10 of ALR Formula One World Championship. Then it is probably the quickest lap in terms of time on the Formula One calendar. It certainly is for this season as well, with lap times expected to be around the 64-second mark or something like that. So it's going to be fast and frantic stuff. Any mistake in qualifying is going to cost you umpteen positions on the grid. So there is going to be pressure of the absolute maximum here tonight. Then more pressure than what is normally required in an ALR Gold race. That is for sure. Then let's take a look at the drivers in the constructors championship. Then of course it's all as it was from Britain really. Boxtel leads the way then with Keza in second. He got his second place reinstated last week, didn't he? With that I think it's a 5-second penalty was removed then, which means he is promoted back up to second. And Keza very close, still hasn't got that Grand Prix win just yet, along with world champion Percy in third position, with Indigo being demoted down to fourth, with Immortal fifth, German sixth, Toycoin, Mr. Rage, Brabbit also getting promoted up into ninth position, and Liam getting that final point for the Mercedes team. And of course Brabbit, I think it was Knowles, he got got a penalty, didn't he, unfortunately, at the end of that race, which cost him some points, unfortunately, for himself and for the team. Then Alpine are doing really well so far in the constructors end, but we've only done one race then, so maybe I'm jumping the gun on that one. Alfa Romeo is second now. With third position is the Haas team for Ferrari, who is expecting to run away with this championship, but it hasn't been so far yet with the issues that Troy had in Silverstone, which I still cannot believe. Williams in fifth, and sixth position is the Red Bull, with Aston Martin seventh, McLaren and Mercedes eighth and ninth, and AlphaTauri yet to get off the mark, unfortunately, in 10th spot then. So then, as we are now getting ready then to start this event then, and yes, I cannot wait for this one. Then this is going to be quite interesting indeed. Then here in Austria, then as I cannot get rid of my oh, there we go. I was trying to find it, I couldn't get rid of it all. Oh goodness me! Joint constructors. Then every team has now scored a point then, which is good stuff indeed. I think every team is actually has got intermediate tires like that. Great stuff. Yeah, good. Anyway, yes, every team has scored a point apart from AlphaTauri. In silver, only 3 teams failed to score, which is Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, and Williams. And then in bronze, 2 teams failed to score. In the joint constructors, it is 72 points so far for the Alpine team. Of course, it was Haas who's in the joint constructors, weren't they? For a period of time with that incredible 1-2. We haven't had a 1-2 in ALR for well over a season. And of course, Nigel and Favre did a great job, didn't they, on Monday night to get a 1-2 for the Haas team there. I remember Haas have got a rich history in silver especially. So maybe we're going to have a repeat of silver in season 2 then, potentially, for the Haas in silver. This is gold tonight then. And we've got some very interesting developments then over the course of the next hour or so. Well, 2 hours, I would say, here tonight then. Carrying on the joint constructors, Haas a second and 9 points away from Alpine. And McLaren and Mercedes are third on 47 points. 10 points away is the Ferrari team in fourth position. Mercedes AMG are fifth in the constructors, with Williams in sixth, 5 points away from the Mercedes. Alfa Romeo is seventh, with Red Bull in eighth, and 7 points for Aston Martin and AlphaTauri in ninth and 10th spots then. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix, and I'm sure that a lot of you traditional fans or people who are very old and grumpy will be happy to know that there is no sprint event this time around, which I am absolutely delighted by, because of course I don't like sprint events personally, but there we go. Maybe I just need to move the times potentially. And also, happy 30th start to Coop tonight in the Williams Mercedes as well, who extended their engine deal, haven't they? Was it to 2030, wasn't it? Gosh, that's quite scary, isn't it, to be talking about 2030 at this stage? My goodness gracious me. But yeah, 2030, I think Mercedes have now, Williams have extended their engine deal for. But more importantly, happy 30th there to Coupe. 30th Grand Prix start and made his debut back in season 8 of France. I remember Coupe did, but since then has been a very enjoyable driver to watch and to narrate on over the past season a bit. Then as Cam is in and out there, I'm not sure what as he's unfortunately retired from the session. And so Cam, who is a quick pedaler, but unfortunately that is not going to be ideal at all. But here's Coupe. Then he's not going to be concerned about that. Is he into the final turn? Is it turn 9 or turn 10 then? Turn 9 on a Formula 1 circuit, turn 10 on the MotoGP circuit. 04773 to start us on our journey, and this is qualifying 1 out of a free qualifying session. Of course, this is the only ALR championship to have the free knockout stages in qualifying, which is good stuff indeed. Here's Liam, on DRS, right on the button money as well for the Mercedes team, getting a point last time out for fast slap after pretty much a diabolical race there for Liam Yeh, but hats off to Liam Yeh for keeping with it and getting a point, and that's what you got to do. Keep in it to win it, kind of thing, haven't you? So well done indeed then to Liam. Yeah, Knowlesy, let's go gold then. Yes, I did get a penalty, Sean, then, as I'd just like to rub it in, to be honest. Goodness gracious me then. We have got Liam Yeh then. Let's see what he can do in the middle part of the lap then. On board now, we've got Williams in front of us then. We can just about see that Williams in, but well, we could anyway, but around behind the tower, Percy, rain in the rain. And Percy saying, is that Percy saying that there's rain in the race? Goodness gracious me. I'm not surprised, because remember, talking to Knowlesy, as Liam Yeh goes second fastest, I'm sure he loves to hear this story. 3,000 a second before we talk about our story, which with Knowlesy, 3,000 a second separates Coupe and Liam Yeh. Goodness gracious me then. We're going to discount the R2 times for the minute then, because I don't care about intermediate tyres on the dry track. On board with German, who's invalidated his time there, unfortunately, and that is not ideal at all then for German. So he's going to have to go around again, unfortunately. We've got power went out by me. Weather is awful then, but he's back now, Chappers saying, so hopefully Chappers can get back in the session. Might have been what happened to Cam as well. Hello to Rocket Lee then. Rocket Lee, hats off to Rocket Lee for making his debut in bronze on Tuesday night as well. Tough race in Silverstone, I must say. It's a very tough race to start the season off. It's quite brutal there to start the the season 10 calendar off in Silverstone. Goodness gracious me. And it doesn't get any easier either with this Austrian Grand Prix, but as we come into the final turn, we're on board now with German and the season 6 world champion. Potentially a strategical error for German on last Sunday. I'm not sure then, thinking about it, and it's just seeing how the race did transpire. But I don't know, to be honest. And either way, it definitely was worth a try with the soft tyres. But maybe German could have got a podium potentially if he stuck with the traditional strategy. I don't know. I'm going to stick it. What am I sticking? Goodness me. I'm not going to stick it anyway, to be honest. Not tonight. Goodness gracious me. I'm not going to get to. But I think I'm going to put that fault to one side for the time being, because because German is not going to be concerned about that now. All he's going to be concerned about is tackling turn 4 downhill off camber, quite a error generator turn there. Lewis Hamilton, very familiar with that corner then, of course, so is Alex Albon as well, unfortunately. Second sector, 44.8 then for German from the season 6 world champion. Pinhead, hello, in Coupe and Chapper, we trust that. Indeed we do that, and Coupe is faster at the moment there by 3,000 a second. Chapper's not an issue, not as badly as German though, and he's going to brush the Armco. He has brushed the wall. Well, it's not an Armco really anymore, is it? It's a bit of a tyre barrier, it's a bit of a tech throw. Unfortunately for German though, he's off the circuit, he's recovered now, but that is 2 missteps in qualifying already for German. That is not ideal at all then. Yes, we're 10 minutes to go in this qualifying session, but that's a set of tyres gone for German. Tango 44.8 then, identical to what German was doing in the second split tyre car. 42 not a big step up really, is it? Because silver and gold I think is quite evenly matched these days in ALR. But here is Tango nonetheless, and of course he is an ALR veteran, either in silver or gold. Then across the grid hatch as he comes and Tango goes faster by 0.4 of a second. That's night and day in this circuit. Goodness gracious me. Pinhead trusting Coupe and Chappers, and there is one of the co-op of Chappers. No, they're not co-op anymore. Goodness me. They used to be teammates in the Ferrari last season. Chappers 45-2 in the second split time for car 92 in the Alfa Romeo, or depending on if you're watching it in a year's time. And then, of course, it's the kick or the stake out of the turn 10 now. Of course, track limits, and as in real life around here, is going to be quite key in how this one transpires. But Chappers goes into full fast at the moment. Equals in the second Williams Mercedes car, just coming downhill now. Then, Sloth, hello to you, Sloth. And how is everyone doing today? Rocket Lee is asking that. I'm very well, my good sir. Yes. I've had a beautiful weekend of doing absolutely nothing apart from, well, what have I done? I think I've been sleeping. And Knowles is something perfectly cold. It is absolutely freezing. And then too bad now, is it? Because now we've got Storm Erwin, Iris. What's the storm called? I don't know. Anyway, we've got a storm, haven't we, now? And it's quite blustery outside. So hopefully it doesn't interfere with the old streams line. Across the line goes Equaz, who's quicker than his teammate by 4/10 to a second as well, but that might be track evolution. That might be why Tango was so quickly, or maybe it's just Tango really hitting the marks nicely as well. Marky with a Red Bull inspired crash helmet there and a Mercedes-Benz car. Goodness gracious me, what life are we living here? But Marky then, a most unluckiest driver on the grid last season then, but hopefully he could have put that bad luck to one side then and have another crack, another bite of the cherry in the gold championship there. Of course, Marky is actually celebrated. I've got everyone in a different order this season, of course, depending on where they were in the Constructors' Championship, and I keep losing everyone. This is Marky's 37th Grand Prix start now. Of course, he made his debut back in Season 8 of Bahrain when he stepped up from silver, didn't he? So, good stuff indeed there for Marky. Out of the final turn, then Marky crosses the line, and he's quick in single in one lap pace there, and he is currently third fastest at this moment in time. Coop back out on circuit, and just right behind Marky there. Lucky, love the helmet here from from Immortal. Good to see, it's like Nigel-esque colours there, but goodness me, that's also quite a Nigel-esque lap there, as it is Immortal fastest there by 4/10 of a second in the Alpine. Alpine there, of course, and Toy Coin going faster still by 200ths of a second. This is going to be quite a close qualifying. Good job I've got me old specs out tonight there, as I'm going to have to get them out there and potentially lean forward to see who is doing what then, because it is going to be quite a close qualifying indeed. Kez out on circuit. German having another bite of the cherry as well, coming over the brow of the hill then for German, flicking it into 9, flicking it into 10 as well. Goodness me, do not lean with them though, ladies and gentlemen, because you'll fall off your stool. Across the line comes German, then this is a much more conservative lap there for the world champion, former world champion German, 5th fastest at the moment now. Brabant then 6/10 of a second up in the McLaren Mercedes, and just taking a look, seeing who's coming across the line. And Liam, I think it's just crossing the line now. 10 seconds off the pace, Liam, but of course that is an outlap, so he's going to go for another bite of cherry now. Percy, the world champion, 5th fastest at the moment in the Ferrari. Of course, he did get a podium, didn't he? After a pretty disappointing. Love the helmet, by the way. It did have a disappointing. Did he impede someone there? Percy did. Let's go back there. I think that the AlphaTauri's on and out on an in lap there. Keza going at second, third fastest now. Toy Coin currently fastest by then. He's already got pole position, Toy Coin has in his career. This is not for pole position. I remind you, this is to escape the drop zone. Indigo then over the brow of the hill on the soft tires, and Indigo got a very good result here last season. I think he got podium. Goodness me, almost off the circuit there for the Haas driver. Very much wrestling on that Haas car, going 4th fastest. Good stuff indeed there for Indigo. Indigo does go well around here. Here is the former world champion as well. 3 champions on the grid in terms of gold success, and with the form of this man here, season 8 champion, and season 8 champion Troy, season 9 champion Percy, and of course season 6 world champion German. As we're now into the final turn, then Troy out of it. Then a terrible qualifying, then a terrible race as well. But Troy goes faster. Is it business as usual full of super sweet potentially? But then Bogstail steals his thunder, goes faster by 300ths of a second there, and that is enough to maybe get those drivers out of qualifying. Who is unfortunately going to be left by the wayside here is at the moment is Cam Chazza, making his first start of the season, and if he finishes in if he starts every single race for the remainder of the season, he'll be on 99 starts at ALR. Mr. Raging Bull at 45-2 in the second sprint time, also a pole sitter as well, back in Monza, that famous pole position now when I think he was driving the Haas car back in Season 8 then. Into the final few corners now for Mr. Raging Bull. Do not go too wide there. Into the final turn and DRS right on the money. You hear the beep in your ear across the line. 11 fast for Mr. Raging Bull. I think he's going to be quite, I think he's going to be feeling quite vulnerable there. 6/10 of a second down Sloth is, I wonder if Sloth might abandon this time. Drop zone is Nosey on a 4-7 then. About 500 of a second away from Liam Yeh at the moment. It's very tight down at the bottom. And then we've got Sloth, who's also on a 4-7 as well. Goodness gracious me, 100 per second separates Knowsley and Sloth. Chapper's a 4-9 then, and Chazza just coming out on circuit as well. Troy is happy with his performance. He's in the pit lane and he's now put his feet up and just go to enjoy himself then in the Austrian sun. Depended on what we've heard them from, I think it's Percy who mentioned that there is rain afoot in the race. Chazza out to turn 9 and turn 10 then. Stick along pole, Chapter is saying then I've only got one run, a slight power cut has screwed me, oh wow. I wish. Laugh my bottom off from Chapter as well. I've forgotten to tell my story of Knowlesy here. That is, I hate Austria, Sean. You know this. I do indeed. That's why I'm going to tell the story. Any of you long-time rivals? Maybe you might be rivals. Any of you long-time viewers of ALR? Talking of long-time viewers, here comes Serious Mushroom in the chat. Good evening to you, sir. How long have we got left? Have I got enough time? Yes, we have. Of course, Knowlesy should have and could have won this race twice in Season 1 and Season 2 of ALR. 3 minutes ago, by the way. Of course, and ironically, 2 identical occasions. If the rain came, I think the rain came in the very final stages of the race in 2018 and 2019 on both Formula 1 2018 and Formula 1 2019 games. The rain came almost identical laps. I think it was in the last 15 laps or so after the final stops had been made. Knowlesy and Dan Murphy was staying out long, and unfortunately the rain came and absolutely ruined what would have been a win for Knowlesy then. Chazza going 6 fast is good stuff indeed there for Chazza on behalf of that. Gurman's back out on circuit as well. He was very much at the sharp end of the field, wasn't he, in Silverstone? Unfortunately, he's in the midfield at the moment there for Gurman. That's not ideal at all for the Haas driver, of course. But yeah, so that's why Knowlesy don't like Austria, because unfortunately the weather patterns don't seem to help. The Alpha Tower driver. He's down in 17th at the moment as well. There, just on board Gurman. I missed that second sector time there as I was waffling away. Just now going over the brow here as well. BoxBox retired from the session. Top 5 are happy with that. Anyone in the 03 seem to be happy with the cut off. Let's see then what about the rest of the field then. 2 minutes to go in this qualifying session. 120 seconds. It's going to be like a fruit machine. Gurman goes full fastest. I think the 03's 9s should be fine. I say should be, with tongue in cheek. But who knows in this game? It's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible how this could really go from really being in a good position to being in a pretty poor position. Just watching Chappers at the moment, then unfortunately Cam is going to start last on the grid there. I think Cam has scored points in every single race he's been a part of, so he's going to have to do a lot of overtaking if he wants to keep that record up then. Kiki, of course, the bronze, very early bronze championship leader. Goodness me, got cars all over the show there. Coop starting his lap, then Marquis has already started his lap, so we're going to sit with the Mercedes driver in 14th, I should say. As Kiki, then the very early bronze championship leader. Of course, as Chaz has retired from the session now, he's happy in 7th position now. That's the first driver in the 04s and to be happy with his time now. Everyone else is out on circuit now. Yeah, Kiki, the early champ, I'll say it 3 times. 3 times a charm then. Why you're not allowed to say sunfit 3 times in the mirror, are you? Because there's some kind of thing happens, isn't it? And good job that I don't say anything in the mirror, isn't it? Otherwise I might be cursed as well. Marquis, 2/10 of a second up, a quarter of a second up in the second split time. But Kiki would like to see full quality in bronze there. Of course, it's a very entertaining session up full quality, isn't it? Really is indeed. Then out to the final turn. Now, Serious Rush saying these times are ridiculous. And what can Marquis do? Can Marquis get himself through? He's coming through at the moment there. He improves to 8 fastest. That's a decent time for Marquis. Who was I looking at? I think I was looking at Coop then. Coop going 13 fastest. Brabant, the silver silver champion, down in 14th. Indigo goes 6th fastest there for Indigo. I'm wondering if Indigo was expected to go a bit quick, but he's in the freeze actually, isn't he? So that's not too bad at all. Equals has not improved this time there, but he's going for broke again. That Mercedes in the background of, I was going to say Tango. I'm probably about a season too late there. Here go. Chappers half spun it. I think that's his time done. It is done. He's lost half a second. Chappers is 19th on the grid for the Alfa Romeo team. Unfortunately, Mr. Raging Bull has gone 9th fastest. He is safely through. I think his checker flag has fallen for Tango. He's 11th fastest now, and he's also found a 10th of a second there. Well, we got McLaren and Brown, the silver champion, and he is currently in the drop zone, or almost in the drop zone. That's an improvement of 11th fastest. Is that enough then? And Knowlesy has gone 15th fastest. I don't think that's going to be enough, you know. What about the Red Bull driver, Slothman? He's found 3/10 of a second. I think that's enough to get through. Is it? It is. For 15, 14 fastest here. Lucas Percy, the champion. He's invalidated the champion outside. He's down in 15th position now. And I don't think Coop's improving it. What about Liam? Yeah, he's gone purple in the second sprint time. Oh my goodness gracious me. Is Percy going to have 2 Ferraris in 2 weeks knocked out qualifying here? Oh, I've fallen off my chair. Out to the final turn then from Liam. Yeah, is he done enough? Is it going to be Percy out qualified? It is. And he survives by the skin of the Ferrari. Prancing horse nose cone there by, oh my word, 6 thousandths of a second separates Knowlesy and Percy. Less than a blink of an eye. Less than a whip of a £5 note then, or a shilling, or I don't know any other currency at the moment, dollar. But Percy is through just about. We could have had 2 Ferraris out of qualifying, and qualifying one in 2 weeks. My goodness me, that's too much for me to bear. Let me sit down. We just got Chappers. Unfortunately, his head's gone with the power cut. Chappers is then so struggling to get his mojo back there. Unfortunately for Chappers, he's unfortunately out to qualifying now. Blimey, Percy in trouble. Mushroom is saying that. Put that mildly. Goodness gracious me. Let's take a roundup. Cam out of qualifying there. We're not sure what happened to Cam, but unfortunately he's going to have to do a lot of overtaking to keep up with his 100% scoring record. Goodness gracious me. The whole field separated by just over a second fastest. Goodness gracious me. Chappers 19th. Liam Yeh 18th. What happened in the final stage there for Liam Yeh? Because he had a very quick second sector. Coop in 17th. Knowlesy in 60th position there. Percy just about survived. Look how close it is. This is probably one of the most exciting qualifyings of the season. I would say, especially with Monaco not on the schedule. So this is going to get very fast and frantic. Possibly, it's going to be great. Evening, good evening to you, camera racer. Hello, all drivers. Good luck. Is that a dab emoji there? I love it. As we now roll on into qualifying 2 then. Of course, got to make the most of these classic F1 tracks, and because unfortunately I've heard some bad news. Well, it depends on your take then, doesn't it, really, in Formula 1? It depends on if you're like me, who's a bit of a golden oldie, then especially my ginger hair. If you like traditional F1 or not. I don't mind street city circuits like every now and again kind of thing, but unfortunately Suzuka might be replaced by a race in I can't remember where it is now, in I don't think it's in Tokyo, but it basically is directly. It's going to be in the city centre, and the same with there's also apparently it's basically a done deal to have a race in Madrid, literally going around the Real Madrid training complex, which would be unique, I suppose. Yeah, I would miss Suzuka definitely, because Suzuka is an incredible circuit. It really is indeed that. Possibly not the most exciting races on the Formula 1 calendar, of course, but Suzuka is definitely very much a driver's circuit. Barcelona, I would say the same as well. There hasn't been the most entertaining of races there, but I think that I would rather have races there than like 90-degree lefts, 90-degree rights. Because Formula 1 cars at their pinnacle when they are very much hit their full load then potentially. Anyway, that's just me there. Hello there, Charles. Then, so we've got Charles. Is the weather bad for you, Sean? As you're fairly close to me, it is indeed. It's absolutely rollicking out there at the moment. Goodness gracious me! I tried to go out there earlier on there, but unfortunately I've lost my shoe, so I've decided to vacate back in then. And I'm sure it's in my sister float by the window as well. Then there's goodness gracious me. Troilus, that's not a bad thing either. Hopefully she floats far away. Out of the final turn, then he's in your closet. Nobody said that. Suzuka is a staple of F1. It is indeed. Then I'll be devastated to lose Suzuka. Don't get me wrong. I was quite excited to go to is it Fuji? Oh, is Keza then having the same issue as his teammate there? Unfortunately, a bit of a swap of opposite lock there for the Alfa Romeo driver. We did go to Fuji, didn't we, back in 2007 and 8 then, which it was a good, I like 2007 probably because of the rain there, but 2008 was alright, albeit we had a great race where Fernando Alonso won, didn't we? This time he won in more honest circumstances. I'm not going to, of course, if everyone knows about the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix, then that's what I mean by that then. Yeah, Alonso won that race, but of course it will be remembered then for the shenanigans of Lewis Hamilton launching into turn 1 there, locking up his tyres and of course getting a penalty for that then, and I think also forcing Kimi Raikkonen off the road as well. It was a bit of shenanigans on the opening couple of laps there of the 2008 Japanese Grand Prix, but no, Suzuka, certainly I'll be devastated if that falls off the F1 calendar, especially for another street race. I've got to say, street races are good to a certain degree, but I think too many of them, it's just, I don't think it's good, personally. Right, we got Keza going faster so far. What about that Haas driver then? Vindigo going second fastest, 4/10 second down. I believe that'll be on used soft tyres for the time being there. The flat block I live in is blowing side to side because of the wind now. Oh my goodness me, Rocket. I hope, I gotta say, if that was happening to me, I'll be bricking myself mortal going fastest on a full flat there. I think one of these times are used tyres potentially, but still very much at the limit, and Equals on the 5 so far in the Williams car. Yeah, I would not like to, I hope you're not on the high floor there, Rocket League. Goodness me, I'll be feeling very motion sickness. Tango going at fifth fastest there in the AlphaTauri. Teammate, unfortunately, out of qualifying of Knowles then by the skin of his nose cone, unfortunately. Here comes German, who's not really been at the races compared to what he was last week there, because that's just the beauty of ALR at the moment, isn't it? And Formula One, there is, you just seem to have different rivals, different drivers at the pinnacle in qualifying, certainly. I think Grace Trim does seem to yield with a Boxstar, a Troy or a Percy over the last couple of races. So albeit Troy was very much lost at sea in Silverstone, wasn't he, last week there? But let's see what the Super Sweet can do this week, and he is on circuit right now. Hello to you, TK. We've also got Coop, brother. The boys are fast tonight. Then Coop is saying they certainly are, and I must say that one of the challenges of the circuit, both Ferraris on circuit as well, as here comes the former world champion from season 8, car 70, Troy. I think one of the challenges of this circuit as well is keeping it within track limits, very much keeping within track limits, not invalidating your lap there, and keeping and attacking the curbs then, and not attacking them too much that your car is going to swap ends and into the final couple of turns then for the Ferrari. And out of it comes Troy then, keeping it well within track limits there, of course, no problems there, across the line, third fastest there for Troy. Percy, who I think this time is out a lot earlier, because I think that it was very close between himself being knocked out of qualifying. Alpine in the background there. I think that's Boxtel just starting his lap then and letting Percy go by. Here comes Marquis, just about within track limits there. I'm loving that then. Very much to the limit there, going full fastest. Yellow flag for Boxtel as he's just letting his competitors go by. Here comes Percy, the champion, full fastest there, a whisker behind his teammate by 100th of a second. That's how close this qualifying session is so far. I'm loving that. Woo. German's invalidated. That's not ideal either. And here is Boxtel, runner-up in season 8, third in season 9. Then can Boxtel get one more to his one more for his cabinet, and that is the gold trophy, the world championship. There, Boxtel had a nightmare start last season. This season, much better off. And I think he only scored his first points at the sprint event of Azerbaijan last season. Didn't they? Goodness gracious me. Now you've got this Coupe then pin and it's in, and I get Percy a 007 penalty, so now I'm in 15th position there. As Knowlesy's got a license to thrill there. As of course we have also got 10th floor and it's an 11th floor building, so yeah, basically it's top Rocket League, and better you than me, my good sir, because gosh, I would not like to be at the top of that building. I'm terrified of heights as well. This is a great time from Boxtel, by the way. Fantastic yellow flag fluttering for one of the Ferrari drivers out, and I think that they're coming back into the pits. I'm terrified of heights. points then, so that's not good at all. Equals then also has a license to throw as well. Alex Bond then, so he is so Knowles is now Alex Knowlesy Bond then as a boxer goes fast and 8-3 then, 2 seconds in front of his teammate Immortal as Alpine they're looking to really right the wrongs of right from last season. If you get the cut of my jib then, after Alpine finished 9th in the Constructors' Championship, just behind the Ferrari team, but both teams have got very strong performing drivers this season then. So if those teams do not perform this season, then potentially the teams might have to look at themselves then. Tango Toy Coin has gone third fast there, of course, a pole sitter already. Formula 2, very much a great Formula 2 peddler, and also a great Formula 1 peddler as well. Then Toy Coin is 9 pole positions in, was it like 10 qualifying attempts there for Toy Coin in Formula 2? He's had a pole position in Formula 1 as well. Toy Coin now, I do feel another driver like Keza is in the bracket, so I think it's going to be a first time winner this season. We had 3 new winners last season, didn't we? We had 3 new winners last season, didn't we? Which is great stuff indeed then. So just on board now with Percy then. We're in the middle sector. Percy going for 2 points to Cherry here. And he's a 10th for a second down now, Percy. I wonder if he might back off it. It doesn't sound like a lot, but on this circuit, it is very much nip and tuck then, isn't it? There, it's very much indeed to see. Draws to the side, comes into the pit then. I think that usually in the course of this race or course of this event, we do talk about the pit entry. Then, of course, the pit entry is quite deadly, especially if anyone's played F1 Challenge, as the AI just seems to crash into the back of you. But in this game, I think that luckily we haven't got any AI tonight, then, but we do have some very competitive Formula 1 drivers. And Brabbit, 9th fast at the moment. Brabbit is, and I think got points in his. I think Brabbit has had points in every single race he's participated in gold so far. Some good stuff indeed for Brabbit, I believe. It was the 2nd race last week as well for Brabbit. So 2 starts, 2 points finishes out for the McLaren driver. Toy Coin yet to show his real pace in Formula 1. I agree with that. I agree with that. Definitely a Mushroom. I do think that. I think that it was a bit of a low-key event as well last week, wasn't there, for Toy Coin? And currently, we got a couple of outlaps going on. Indigo back out on circuit. 6 minutes ago in this qualifying session. This session is not to get pole position. This session is only to get yourself into the top 10 shootout for pole position tonight. Then I've just taken a look at some milestones here tonight. I don't think we've got many milestones here tonight. Then, of course, Percy's 65th Grand Prix start. Good stuff indeed there. German's 91st Grand Prix start. Lovely jubbly indeed there. Apart from that, no other milestones then. So as we now watch in Equals and start us on our journey as well then, as coming across London. Equals unfortunately hit the snooze button last week, didn't he? And he missed the race there. Of course, Cam filled in for him. Of course, we also had Pillars for the first time in a very long time. I think that's the first time in since Australia or Bahrain of season 8, maybe, when Pillars last race. So it's good to see Pillars back in action as well. But Equals is in tonight then, as Boxstyle is happy with his performance and back in the garage. And if that is on used tyres out for the Alpine driver, my goodness me, I would be quite frightened to hear that. Quite a second up then, Equals. This is on new tyres. So he should be one of the forwards. I wonder if he might challenge the freeze, you know, if he gets into the freeze, Equals. By the way, I was talking about the newest Grand Prix winners of last season. Equals was one of them. Then in that famous Canadian Grand Prix, I thought Equals was over the yellow line there. And he's not in the freeze, but it's very close for Equals, but he has merged himself into third position. And Mortal has started his lap. That just shows how tight it is out there, because of Mortal, who I thought would be safe and sound, well far from it then. Indigo is on the lap now, then let's see what Indigo can do. He's half a second up in the second split time. He should be in the freeze for this one. And Indigo, I think, then this should make it better. And that is fast. It's 2/10 of a second out from Indigo. And I think that Indigo then is now shown his speed then in car 93. I don't know what I was going to say then. Goodness gracious me, keep it PG short. Indigo there, fastest then with Keza going second. Fastest on those 3.7. These times are red hot indeed then. McLaren is just starting their lap behind, and that is Chazza. Finishing their lap, and Chazza right up into 4th position now. Yellow flag is out somewhere. Gurman is invalidated again. Gurman has, goodness me. And the pressure cooker is starting to ramp up now for Gurman, and I wonder if that's a bit of frustration you just seen on the graphic there. for German. Goodness gracious me. Great balls of fire. Here comes Troy then. Of course, Troy down in 8th position then. Of course, he was out qualified this time last week, believe it or not. This time, though, he is very much in the thick of things for both Ferraris that lacking pace, one lap speed. That Pillars, one appearance superior, that Serious Russian said. And also Indigo as well, who is currently fast at the moment there. He is indeed then, of course, there he is sitting top of the tree very nicely indeed. That's a good 17th there for Indigo. Then, of course, it goes back in the pits. Now, look how much curve that Troy is taking on the outside there. Second sector, 3/10 of a second up there for Troy. This car does feel a bit drifty on the rear posterior. Then we got a bit of slipstream now for the Alfa Romeo. Then over the brow of the hill now for Troy. Then into the final couple of turns, flicking in there, flicking in again. Then into the final turn. Then the right-hander then accelerates away. A bit of a margin there for Troy. And he just wants to get his time on the board. He has the time on the board. And currently third fastest Alfa Romeo starting that up as well. Chaz is into the pits, and who is next then? I hear on the old list coming through that it is Immortal, that a pole sitter. I think a 3-time pole sitter. Now I haven't got me old spreadsheet up now. My goodness gracious me, let me get out the old spreadsheet up there. So hopefully I'll say it before it goes across line. Yep, 4-time pole sitter Immortal, only 5th fastest. I was expecting a bigger jump then for. I was expecting a bigger jump there for Immortal, but I was quite surprised by that. I thought drivers had gone out quite early in this one. German 44.4, and that's a very good second split time there. He's gone pro from the second split time as well. When German hooks it up, that he is a quick cookie, isn't he? But at the moment, though, German has struggled to really string together laps in a row here. My goodness me, look at the commitment to this, man. I love that. That's fantastic. But has it done a good time? It has. German's through into qualifying. Lovely. 5 pounds a second up. Tango is in the first sector. Marquis, who unfortunately as a Percy. How long have we got left? Percy, I was looking at Percy because he was the next car through, and he is crawling. The Ferrari driver he's got enough fuel. I think he's doing some harvesting now, the world champion is, but this could be 2 qualifying sessions in the row. The Percy is very much behind the 8 ball here. That is not ideal at all. I wish I took my jump off now, as I'm sweating like I normally sweat next to a salad bar. Into the final couple of turns now for Tango then. The right again, then this is it then, and now hits. Oh, that is perfect, isn't it? I love that. And that is just the commitment of these drivers. Tango is through as it stands at the moment. What about Markey? Markey's invalidated, and he's going to have to go around again. He's found a 10th of a second. Would that have been enough, Ben? That wouldn't have been enough, though, for Markey. He has not got he hasn't got time at all. And I think, unfortunately, he hasn't got a lot of errors. He's not got a lot of errors there in the disposed either. There. What am I saying? I don't know. Mr. Rage there getting very on the edge of the track limits there, but he is all fine and dandy then. Now flicking it into the final couple of turns at 32 seconds to go in this qualifying session. Mr. Rage and Bull then, and of course we know his pedigree in qualifying through. No, it's not enough, and he's out at the moment. If I don't think he's got enough fuel or errors, has he? Mr. Rage and Bull is highest is going to start in this one. It's going to be 11th, unfortunately, as he crawls now to a halt. Unfortunately, Mr. Rage and Bull out qualifying. Very much start from the session there. I'm looking for that second Red Bull. Where is he? Sloth, who's just starting his lap now. There he is then. Tango is coming back to the pits as well. What about that second McLaren driver? Here's Bravitt, 6 seconds second up. He's gone. That's a great second sector there from Bravitt. That's a fantastic second sector. But it's not enough at the moment though for Bravitt then, as he is now going to fling it in then into turn 9 then. Now into turn 10 as well. And goodness me. Oh my goodness me. I can't believe they stay on circuit. Just goes so quick. And Bravitt is through into qualifying 3 as it stands. But what about the champion? What about Percy? He's found a 10th per second. Is it enough? It's not enough. Percy's out of qualifying. Great Scott. I watched Back to the Future the other day. My goodness me, Toy Coin also is fallen by the wayside as well. What about Slotford? He's in the middle sector now. And Ed Qual's also out trying to improve. No, he isn't. He's in the pits. So it's between Sloth and Ed Qual. Said who is going to be through into qualifying 3 here. Going wide on the curb. Said that's fine there for Slotford. A former Grand Prix winner for Slotford. Flicking it into 9 and flicking it into 10 as well for the Red Bull driver. On board again then. And he's giving it all kinds of welling then out to the final turn. I don't think it's enough. It's not enough. Sloth out of qualifying, unfortunately. The story of qualifying 2, though, is once again Ferrari have had a nightmare in qualifying. 2 for 2 now. Troy issues in Silverstone. Percy down in 14th in Austria. And Percy has been able to recover places, though, over not just this season, last season as well. That has been one of his strengths for the world champion. But I do feel though that the pace behind him is getting quicker and quicker for Percy. These qualifying issues there, he's going to have to really nip in the bud then, isn't he? I think for Percy. But at the moment though, he is down in 14th position, Percy is, and out of qualifying too here. Both Ferraris having nightmare qualifyings again. Both times in qualifying, Ferrari have had a issue with qualifying. Right, let's round it up. 6 tenths a second separates the top 15. Good gracious me. Markey, 15th there. 14th for Percy, as we just mentioned, the world champion. Sloth up into 13th for them. Mr. Raging Bull, 12th. And 11th position is Toy Coin. Look at how close they were. 69 hundredths of a second there for Equals. 80 hundredths of a second for Toy Coin. 83 hundredths of a second for Mr. Raging Bull. 90 hundredths of a second there for Sloth. Good gracious me. Losing 2/10 of a sector and 2/10 in sector 1, which is costing me all my lap time there. And of course, goodness me, and remember that sector 1 is only I think it's only one turn. Sector 1, well, technically 2 turns, isn't it? But that's interesting, isn't there? That's where Percy's struggling with issues at the moment. There, we got a pole for pole. Then it is a constructor pole this time. Alpine, Alfa Romeo, Ferrari, or Haas. Throw your predictions on the board then. I will vote after everyone else votes because I want to see what you guys vote for. Well, everyone's going for Alfa Romeo at the moment, so I'm going to go for the same. Someone's gone for Alpine. Good stuff indeed. Right, we're into qualifying 3. Now it's time for pole position as the two Haas cars, goodness me, very close to the back of each other as they trundle out of the pit lane now. In terms of pole position this season, well, we've had one pole position so far, which was Boxstyle. Of course, Boxstyle is now a 17-time pole sitter, which is pretty phenomenal in on its own right then. So Indigo is the first driver out on circuit, which means he will not get held up, but he will not have the best of the track conditions there. But does Indigo need it, is the question. Indigo might be more concerned about just giving himself track position there and just focusing on himself. And you can see, look at that, we're on board of Indigo now. A Grand Prix winner, Indigo is there. And of course, prepping the car, just getting the car in the right frame of mind, which well, in the right frame of mode as well then for Indigo. And Indigo's never had a pole position either, has he? But he has had 4 podiums and a Grand Prix win as well for Indigo. Can he get a Grand Prix? Can he get a win here tonight? A pole position here tonight, goodness me, we haven't even started the race yet, have we? Indigo and Gurman rapid in Q2, to be fair. Knowlesy is saying then. So Knowlesy is going for the Haas for the pole for pole. Ferrari 15% then with Troy. Alfa Romeo with Keza is being voted there as well. And then the Alpines then, which to be honest, if I would go with the Alpines as well, because I'm more likely to get that pole for cheaper. Qualifying at 3 course. Thank you very much for joining us tonight then. Give the old stream a like, a thumbs up, and all that kind of good stuff, because I think according to the Google Analytics, it is very good for us. Indigo now up into turn 3, I think he is. Oh, he's almost off the circuit there. Goodness gracious me. Accelerated away. We've Haas was doing it for Gunter in gold and silver. I voted Alpine before I wrote that. Laugh out loud, Knowlesy was saying that. And of course, unfortunately for ALR Esports, Gunter's gone now, of course. I think it's Tomasa, isn't it? The former race engineer of Roman Grosjean there, of course. He was Roman Grosjean's race engineer back in the Lotus days, which I think is pretty cool, to be honest. Don't get me wrong, I think that Gunter leaving Haas is quite a... I think it's going to be have a major impact, I think, on Haas, just in terms of Gunter's style. Something has to change in Haas. So anyway, look, we'll talk about that in a minute. Because Indigo on a 305, good gracious me, man. Fantastic. Tango is not in the ballpark at the moment now. He's 9/10 of a second back, which under a second is pretty good. But on this circuit, I think he'd be disappointed at that so far for Tango. Here comes German out of final turn as well, and across the line, Hey, German! 5/500ths of a second, half a tenth of a second. He's on pole position for the Austrian Grand Prix, but Boxstyle, who is the most decorated qualifier on the screen at the moment, he's third at the moment there. He's only 5 away from the all-time highest there. Boxstyle currently third at the moment there. Keza in fourth, and all the drivers then 305, 305, 306, 307 at the moment, and it's very much nip and tuck. In Mortal then, it was just on the back straight. Equans starts up as well. Tango for Troy and both McLaren's brother and Cheza out on circuit at the moment now. on board now with Mortal. And going a bit wide for a 44-4 then. Goodness me, that's a very good second time now for Immortal. And Immortal also a 3-time pole sitter as well. And of course, the 100% world champion as well. Then, of course, the last time ALR run the world 100% championship, it was Immortal that was crowned the champion, but that has ruined his lap. And unfortunately, for Immortal, he's going to have to really... Well, we do have time for 2 runs. If he's got the tyres, of course, Immortal has. If Immortal's got the tyres, then he can have another bite of the cherry. Ow, I've just pinched myself. That's not very nice, is it? Right, Brabbit has done a 45 in the second split time for Brabbit then. So I don't think that this is going to trouble the top 2 rows of the McLaren driver. And obviously, Gunther will live on in our hearts. Unfortunately, I do feel that Gunther, now he's out of Haas, I can't see him going to any other team. Brabbit across the line then, 4:05 for Brabbit in the man. Troy going 5th faster than the Ferrari. And at the moment, Troy then a whisker away from Keza, but he's on row 3 at the moment. What about the second McLaren Mercedes? Chazza, that's a very good second time for Chazza. 44.6 there for Chazza. Now into the final few turns as well for Chazza, then not running too wide into the final turn there for Chazza. Now then DRS, you'll hear a beep at the drivers here across the line. That's a great time for Chazza. 3-6 and he is sharing the row with sharing the 3rd row then with Troy at the moment. So as it stands then, it is, as Equaz, I thought he's drifting into the wall then, it is a German from pole position. It's all Haas 1-2 then. Goodness gracious me, flashbacks from Silver last week. Then we've got Box down in 3rd position, Keza 4th with Troy and Chazza 5th and 6th. Immortal down in 7th, but he's got more time in the piggy bank. 8th position is Equaz with Tango in 9th position, and Brabbit completes the top 10. Immortal was lucky there. Last game, that would have been a DNF series versus saying that it was great car control as well, wasn't it, there for Immortal? Hats off to him indeed there. But and there's serious pressure go with the with going with, of course, the optimistic viewpoint. There's me more concerned about the time we lost then. So there we go. Goodness gracious me, Sean. Got to get my pecker up, haven't I? Chazza now just crawling back into the pit set. So 5.5 minutes to go. Is anyone going to go out for 3 runs here then? If they're going to do it, they have to do it now. They have to change those tyres, refuel the car, come back out. If they got any new tyres, now's the time to use it. Otherwise, let's save it till later on then. Going back to the Gunther. Go back to the Gunther stuff. Unfortunately, I do think Gunther is very good with the old marketing style of things, but something had to change at the Haas, didn't they? Because, and I think from the stories that Gene Haas was not putting any more funding into the team, which is what Gunther thinks needed to happen. And personally, I kind of think Gunther's right on that situation there. They don't need much funding in ALR, do they, at the moment? Goodness gracious me, then the Haas team are absolutely flying at the moment. Whatever championship you're watching, very good 17th. That's German pole position so far. German has had pole position numerous times in the past, and this will be his 9th pole position of his career, German, tonight, if he can get that pole position there. Indigo will be loving to get his 1st pole position there, but do not count out Boxtal and Immortal in the Alpine cars there. Keza may have something. I think the Keza and Troy still has something left to offer as well. And so 6 drivers in the ballpark, in the conversation for pole position, surely. I think the Chaz is slightly beyond the 8 ball, and everyone else in the Fords, I think, may just struggle to find something. But however, we only seen the end of their laps, didn't we? So I might be being very unkind on those drivers there, which I normally am. Oof. Yeah, but unfortunately for Gunther, I don't think he's going to find another F1 team personally, unless a new F1 team rocks up, which doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon, because it seems to be a closed shop at the moment, doesn't it? Whereas they don't like to be welcoming new teams, do they? But there we go. That's my beef with F1 at the moment. I keep moaning about not allowing Andretti in. To be honest, I think that they should have at least 12 teams in Formula 1. To be honest, mainly, I think the main reason for that is because I do feel that scoring the top 10 point score, that's a lot of places to score points, isn't it? Points should be earned, I think, and you are kind of giving them away. But not only that, it's also the fact that the F2 champions, like the Tire Porsche, Oscar Piastri, and of course, who's the F2 champion before that? I think Schumacher was 2020, wasn't it? it was 2021. I think it was pretty smooth. Nick de Vries, I think it was, wasn't it? Might have been. No, Nick de Vries might have been earlier, actually. But whatever the case may be, the Formula 2 champions do seem to miss out on Formula 1, don't they? But there we go then. Watch Gunter on Matt Armstrong. Such a nice guy. Love Gunter. Knows it's saying that. He is dealing, to be honest. I don't think a lot of team principals, I don't think they're probably not very nice at all. Gunter, I'm surprised though, because I thought that Gunter would be one of the more scary ones, personally. He does sound quite scary, doesn't he? Especially on Drive to Survive, which, shockingly enough, I haven't even watched the last Drive to Survive yet, so I'm going to have to get the old Netflix out for around February, March time to quickly watch the 2 series, which I think the season 6, series 6 or season 6 is out in February time, just before the actual test, and then of course the Bahrain race itself. Then it's on Saturday night, weirdly enough. So I think Saturday afternoon, UK time, 3 p.m. I think, or something like that, which is a bit odd. There we go. And I think it's the same for Saudi Arabia as well, which is going to be quite cool to see indeed. Then, and we're just now anyway. Enough promoting the real world of Formula 1. I'm sure everyone knows about 4,000 second down. Indigo is in the second split time. Everyone knows exactly when the race starts, don't they, for the real world of Formula 1. I've already had it penciled in my calendar for a very long time. Indigo then coming into the final few quarters now, then, and he was 4,000 second down the second split time, which. And he is backed off there, and that is 2, and of course that's both laps he's going to miss out here. But I'm wondering though if he just wasn't finding the pace there, so he's backed off there, because Indigo may have one more run in him then. So he's going to back off, do some harvesting then for Indigo. Can he get pole position here tonight then? And it is very much looking very interesting indeed. Then keep your votes coming in for pole. Goodness me, we've had 17 votes for pole. Good gosh. Now here's Boxtown, of course, the measuring stick of qualifying in ALR at the moment, and across the line, and Boxtown 6300 a second. It is not enough for Boxtown. Has he got time for one more run? He's got a minute. No, I don't think he has. But what about Brabbit? Brabbit's gone purple in the second time. Chazza has not improved, but I think he might be on a lap now. Here comes Brabbit. 4 tenths of a second up. Brabbit's going to be in the 03s here. Here is the silver champion as well. Flicking it into 9, flicking it into 10 then. He's not. He's gone greedy on the exit there. Brabbit's going to be 10. He's going to be furious. The McLaren driver is there, unfortunately. Haas is, that's German also backing off as well for one more time run. The question is, though, as here comes a Mortal who's now just starting to lap us. The question is, though, that Haas of German only has 62% of battery life left. So I'm not sure if that's going to be ideal or not then. I'm looking for the, who am I looking for? Boxstyle, I think there is, he is just on board now with Boxstar. Unfortunately, Boxstar's done and dusted in this qualifying session now, and he is he's going to start third then. The checker flag has fallen then, and we may have a bit of a damp squid to end this one then. So we've got Troy has finished this lap as well. He is 5th fast road, and Tango's in the pits. And what about Chazza? Chazza out to the far turn. Chazza has improved, not enough though. Alfa Romeo with Keza. Keza's 4th fastest, and there's a couple of improvements, but not big improvements here. Quite out of 9800 a second. That it could be enough to move himself up to 7th fastest here. It does for Equals, and he is up into 7th. Mortal is on this final lap as well. Brabbit coming into the pits. What about the 2 Haas? Skirman is in battle at his time. Indigo is still in the battle here. Still in the battle there for Indigo. 3,000 a second down for Indigo. Has he got anything left in the final sector now? It's the 2 Haas cars going to be 1 and 2. Like in Silverstone there with the Alpine cars is now the Haas team. And oh my goodness me, Mortal's on pole position. And Indigo's in the wall. I missed the pole position. Oh my good heavens above. And Immortals on pole position there for the Austrian Grand Prix. And, well, that's really put me in my place. Immortal, his 4th pole position. And Alpine 2nd pole position of the season. I have dribbled everywhere in delight. That's incredible for Immortal. And, my goodness me, I did not see that coming. I didn't realise Immortal had one more run there. Well, basically, because I'm thicker than 2 short planks there. Not the good thick either. Alpine then 2 pole positions in 2 races so far. And I think that Haas might be a bit disappointed by that then, because both Haas drivers, unless they found their limit on the opening in their opening times there, but it is Immortal on pole position for the 4th time in his career. Alpine on pole position for 2 races in a row now. That just shows how good that the Alpine team has really started off this season. What an incredible qualifying session that was then, as we now roll on into the race itself. 2900 a second there, 800 a second separates the top 4, which is all inclusive for the Alpine and the Haas team. Immortal pole position then. 4th time of his career. 1st time of the season, German alongside him on row 1, 2900 a second. Indigo in 3rd position with Boxtal in 4th. Keza in 5th with Troy in 6th. Chaza and Equal 7th and 8th. 9th and 10th is Tango and Brabant. Both drivers coming up from Silver then are going to be sharing row 5 then. And the race is coming up in just a jiffy, which is good for me because now we're going to have a short advert break, which means I can wet me whistle.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Good heavens above, the heavens have opened, then we heard it was raining, and it's intermediate conditions, and as every driver is on the intermediate tyres for the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. Right then, hello everyone, welcome back, by the way. If you just joined us, Moomin has then, hello to you, Moomin. Percy, you can't catch a break of Ferrari at the moment, then Persis, and then GG Immortal as well, of course, it is full pole position of his career. And Immortal is going to be on pole position. Alongside Immortal is going to be German with Indigo in 3rd position, and it's Boxtown in 4th. It's Alpine, Haas, Alpine. Goodness gracious me, what a crazy world we live in. 5th position is Keza with Troy in 6th position. Chaz is 7th with Equals in 8th position. Tango in 9th. Brabant in 10th position in the McLaren. I read Serious Mushroom saying that Brabant would have been 4th or 5th. He was on a very good lap, wasn't he? Toy Coin in 11th position there. Again, with Serious Mushroom there with the expert analysis there saying that we answered the best of Toy Coin, and unfortunately we answered the best of Toy Coin's performance here tonight. 12th position is Mr. Rage Bull with Sloth in 13th, directly behind his teammate, world champion Percy. Down in 14th position there. 15th position is Markey. Pinhead, good luck, lads. And they're certainly going to need it in this one. Knowlesy in 16th. Happy birthday for Knowlesy in a couple of days' time, and I've forgotten the exact date, but I know it's sometime soon. 18th position is Liam Yen. 19th is Chappers, and 20th position is Cami, who was not allowed to participate in qualifying for some reason or another. Please be rain on Tuesday. Only way I have a chance at the front. I'm so slow lately. Good luck. Rocket Lee is staying as well. As big as it is going to be tough when indeed that, and it does rain quite a lot around here. That is why it's so beautifully green around here, isn't it? Because of the because of how wet and how seasonally it rains around here. The 98 qualifying, remember, it was absolutely bogging it down. I think that qualifying session up until like 20 minutes ago, where drivers decided to come out, that was in the old-fashioned era of qualifying, where you had an hour to set 12 laps then, with 4 sets of tyres then. 36 laps around here, and the rain is not lashing down, and I think it's clearing up, you know. I don't think it's getting any heavier. So then, as we are now we are waiting for those lights to come on then, and there they are. We have 3, we have 4, we have 5 in this very long shot, whatever. Drive-through penalty! We got drive-through penalties and for German, and someone's gone off the circuit. Kezel's off the circuit. German has had a drive-through penalty, and goodness me, German is going to be disgraced and distraught with that. Then he's going to be disgrace for himself as well. But it's a Mortal who leads the way. It's German who leads the way with a Mortal in second position. Indigo all over the back now. He's going for it. He's Simon up the inside. A Mortal is giving him just about a half class if he runs him on the road there. Very much Max for Stefan S there from Immortal, from Indigo. They're going to spin the eyes are too close there. And now Immortal's going to go on the outside here. There's Boxtel in the background there, just keeping a watching brief. So Immortal on the outside there, and squeezing him off there is Indigo there. Hard but fair racing there. And now Boxtel's having a fair position, passes his teammate Immortal, has gone from first to fourth at the opening stage of this race here tonight. It's a terrible start for German. He leads, but he's got a drive-through penalty. Kez has got a drive-through penalty as well. That is a nightmare start indeed. That over the brow of the hill, then German is going to be absolutely cursing his luck there. And now Indigo, then of course a Grand Prix winner, is now a former Grand Prix winner from last week, that is now leading the way. Then what a move movement is saying there from Indigo. Fast up racer for Indigo. That's a Red Bull challenging. Who's that then? That's a Red Bull challenging and passing Tango. And I'm in the same position. Toy Coin up 4 positions already. Cam is up 6 positions there. 3 drivers in the pits of Markey, Keza and German. The 2 drivers are actually 2 drivers coming in for a drive-through penalty. Then Indigo, Boxtal, Immortal separated by less than a tenth of a second there in the top 3. We've got a Fryer Troy there having a look. Then Tango on the outside of Toy Coin there. He's running him out right here, but Tango has the momentum. That contact there as Toy Coin flipping in the bird there as he goes side by side down into turn 4 here. My goodness gracious me, and whoa, goodness me, he's getting elbows out there, and my goodness gracious me, but there goes Tango through, and it's Toy Coin through, and I'm in the 7th position there. Oh my goodness me, Gordo, will Indigo try and create a gap for German? That answers that question. And it does indeed there. So German and Keza are now not too far beyond the Crocodile, but that is not ideal at all. 2 drivers then. I missed the start. Stupid Budgie Serious Mushroom is saying that. Well, the start was very action-packed. I hate to break to you, Mushroom, but the start was very action-packed. Troy is up in the 4th position now. Passes Equals, who is down to 5th. I thought German could have got a little more of a gap there, but he pitted straight away. Boxall set the fastest up of the race on this race so far. Lap 3 out of 36. When is the rain going to stop? When is it going to keep going now for this intensity, or is it going to get worse? There's a lot of questions I've made in that statement, and I have no earthly idea, which I love. Here comes Chazza now on the leader McLaren, and having a look on the inside of Equals. Not quite, and he just goes back into line at the moment. Then Troy going a bit wide there, unsettling that. Fry looks a bit unsettled there. Where's Percy? I hear I said Percy's now in the top 10 already. I was saying that to potentially qualify might try to bite him in the rear, but they're not at the moment. And on the inside, Chazza going for it. He has a look. Equals said, gone wide. Chazza through, blasts his way past the Williams car and up into 5th position now. What happened to Gurney? German got a drive for penalty along with Keza, unfortunately going to be kicking themselves there. And Walter down in 3rd position now. Indigo leads the way, but 3/10 of a second row there. Mr. Ranger Bull has had issues and he's off the circuit, facing backwards there. There's German then, who was on the front row of the grid there. There's Keza, who was in 5th position there. Both unfortunately the back of the field now. That lookout condensers at the rear of the field here. Goodness gracious me, we're on board a Cam who's up 8th position there. This man has taken off like a scolded cat at the moment. Incredible. He's all over the back of Sloth now as well. Magnificent. Indigo leads. 2nd position is Boxtel. Immortal is in 3rd position. Troy half a second back in 4th. Chazza in 5th position. Equals in 6th. 3/10 of a second between Chazza and Equals. No DRS in this race at the moment then, and that is what we might have to turn our attention to then. But Brabbit maybe Brabbit and the gold champion, gold and silver champions going head to head in turn 3. And Brabbit now into 9th position and for Person, and Sloth and Cam going side by side into turn 3 as well. But Cam's at the back of, he's on the outside. Good gracious me. And he goes against convention, and Cam up into 11th position, passes Sloth on the outside. Incredible stuff indeed there for Cam. Magnificent. Back at the front then. We've got to go back at the front then, because look, Indigo's out very much in the press because Boxtel seems to be his absolute peak at the moment there. Here he comes and he's having a look then. No, yes, I think he might just be distracted. Indigo of course with a Grand Prix win to his name. Boxtel with 17 Grand Prix wins to his name there for Boxtel, and so Boxtel has a lot more experience at the moment there. But let's see what Indigo could do then. So trying to get out of the oh god. Excuse me, I didn't realise I was getting a cough coming. And oh, Boxtown! He's going for it! He's going to outdrag the Haas car and he takes the lead then. This is not over yet though, is it? Because Indigo is not going to let that one go without fighting. He's going to go on the outside, try to outbreak the Alpine on the outside. He's going to go up and under them as Boxtown's parked his car in the absolute sweet position there. And that's a good overtake indeed there for Boxtown. I can't need to go have a go and come back at him. Not quite then. No DRS at the moment then to help he's going for it! He's going for it, but Indigo, I think, outbraked himself. It wasn't an overtaken opportunity there, unfortunately, for Indigo, as he spins the car back around. And Indigo is going to be kicking himself on that one. The Haas team, who is second and third, and now 11th and 17th in this race. It's all gone wrong for the American team. Bravo has dropped down the order as well. Cam is up into 9th position now. It's all Anarchy now. Oh dear, that is not ideal at all for the Haas team. That is a shame indeed. Then Indigo, I don't think was going for an overtaking opportunity, was he? He was trying to slow the car down. Hats off to Indigo for sacrificing sacrificing himself, basically, wasn't he? Because he could have just gone to the side of Boxtown, but because he outbroke himself, didn't he? But hats off to him indeed for slowing the car down. Unfortunately, because of that, though, he did spin, didn't he? Indigo did, but he's down into 9th position now. It's not all over. He didn't damage the car, so at this stage at the moment, and it does look a bit discouraging for the Haas team, but it's not all done and dusted yet. Toy Coin is now up into a superb 6th position there. Maybe the whoa, and now he's up into 5th, and Equals has been run off the road, and he's down into 7th now because Percy's in 6th position there. Both Ferraris having a difficult opening qualifying session in the opening 2 rounds, but Percy making it once again. Percy's race pace is so incredible. This is the world champion. I was saying in qualifying that he needs to sort the qualifying now, but he probably doesn't, does he really? Because he's absolutely incredible in race trim. This is the world champion, going a bit wide there, but hasn't unsettled the Ferrari at all at the moment then. Lap 6, 30 laps to go in this race then. Has the rain eased off? No, it's still coming down at the moment there. So at the moment the rain is still coming down. It's still like droplets at the moment there. So the intermediate tires are the way to go. It hasn't got heavier, it hasn't got lighter. Ooh. Boxhouse and I got over a 2-second lead there. I think that what Percy is going to be concerned by, I love that cam there on the old wire in the pit lane. The one thing that I think that Percy is going to be concerned by, and Troy as well, as one of the Alpha Towers at Tango then, making use of the runoff in turn 1, is how well Boxtown's doing it. Well, of course, well, we've only had one race, but Boxtown leading this race again. And he'd already won the British Grand Prix last weekend. Boxtown has been runner-up and he's been third in the championship. But as Indigo, I'm not sure. I wonder if Indigo has damaged his tyres or something else might be wrong with the Haas car, as both Haases are not looking good at this stage of the season. Maybe it's the setup, but normally drivers say that there's not really much difference between the wet setup and the dry setup these days in Formula 1, is it? Not like back when I was saying about the 98 qualifying session around here, but goodness me, as they would just take the cars apart and put them back together. Of course, so that is not ideal at all. Rabbit down in 11th position, and of course, as Rabbit has finished every race that he's participated in gold, he has finished. He has finished in the points, and he's currently 11th at the moment, but we're only on lap 7 of this race there. Let's take stock. 2.5 seconds separates the 2 Alpine machines there, but that's Boxtown and Immortal. In third position is Troy. Chaz up to a superb 4th position, and is actually pressuring the Troy now, as we got Percy all over the back of Toy Coin, who Serious question mentioned about Toy Coin, who answered the best of Toy Coin in Formula 1. Well, goodness me, we've certainly seen some incredible overtaking so far, but here's the champion flying past Toy Coin, and has incredible speed in that Ferrari. Percy, absolutely incredible. Fantastic stuff indeed then. And as Moomin has asked, what is the best time to be on? But I think he's just real. But Moomin's only just mentioned there that it's raining. Of course, said it. Yes, and as Gordo has very rightly said, probably the intermediate tires. Only need a couple of clicks on the front for the wet. Then Serious Motion saying that. So that is the only setup modification you'll need in wet weather. Then, so not a whole new car then, like they had back in yesterday, or a whole new bike in the form of MotoGP. I think anyway. I must admit, I haven't watched MotoGP since it went on to BT Sport or whatever it's called now, TNT Sport, isn't it, or something like that, which is absolutely a shame because I used to love it. Well, I didn't love it, but I used to like to follow it on the background. Chowser currently pressuring Troy. Troy in third at the moment. Chowser's now the meat in the Ferrari side, which are both Ferraris now third and fifth then after a a difficult qualifying session. Knowlesy has passed. Liam Muir's off the circuit, and the two Alfa Romeos have passed him. Chapper 16th, Keza in 17th, Liam Muir in 18th finish there. And Liam Muir is having a difficult start to this season. Both Mercedes, unfortunately, 18th and 20th at the moment. And as Chapper is there, I think is letting his teammate through of Keza there, as he does not have the tools for the job at the moment. Chapper doesn't know, so that's that's big brain time there for Chapper's on board with Brabham Indigo. I'm surprised at Indigo's pace, and I'm sure something's going to arrive that Haas car. There's some damage, I think, on that Haas car or something. Did he did he hit the curb? Did the curb damage some part of the car when he half spun it? Then it's a very off-camber turn for us. If you just joined us, then look at that Haas motor all at the back of Tango. Goodness gracious me, flying out the motor there. Seymour Shaw not watched it since Rossi started not to win, and then got bored of it. Laugh out loud there. Of course, I've missed the rest of the comments there, but I'll try and catch up there. Love MotoGP. The field is tight. Gordo is saying as well. It is indeed. Yeah, I prefer MotoGP over. I think it was Superbikes, wasn't it? I don't know why. I just never got into Superbikes. Liam, yeah, down into he's lost out then to Mr. Rage there, but Liam, yeah, is struggling at the moment in the opening stage of the season. On board with Cam now, who is now starting to feel a bit feeling like an overtaker's here. But look at this, and Tango trying to defend. Liam Muir's got on medium tyres. I don't think that the rain is still coming down. I don't think, and I think Moomin mentioned about someone feeling adventurous there, and I think it's Liam, yeah. Look at this, and we got to Troy. I don't know who to look for. We're going to look here because Troy is on the outside, and we've also had a great battle between Tango. DRS has been enabled. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm always wrong, but DRS has been enabled by race control, but it's still raining, I think. Now, goodness gracious me, I have no idea what's going on. But Liam, yeah, I think it's too early for the dry tyres, but DRS has now been enabled in this one. My word. It's stopped raining now. It's stopped raining now. Then, so that now this is good. Boxtel's in the pits. And Liam, yeah, actually, there's me questioning Liam. Yes, a 71 Grand Prix starts, and I should just put myself back in my place. Then all the drivers are in the pits. And Boxtel, the Grand Prix leader, in the pits. Medium compound tires. I know nothing about Grand Prix racing, and the hard tires are going for the former world champion of Troy. And who stayed out? Percy has stayed out. Cam and Immortal stayed out as well. I'm surprised they're in so early, to be honest. And this is incredible, and there's still a lot of water out on circuit. Goodness gracious me, but everyone has dived into the pit apart from the top four of Immortal, Percy and Cam and Nolte. Let's see what the former race leader is doing now. I think it's too wet, you know. Alright, the gap is 2.4 seconds between Nolte and Boxtel. Now it's 2.5. Now it's 2.4. Look, the gap is coming down. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm wrong. I am wrong. My word. Oh, this is my 10th season of commentating on this on Formula 1, and lo and behold, I'm wrong again. Whereas that gamble from Liam has got elevated him up to 19th position, unfortunately, but both Mercedes right at the back of the field. So the intermediate tyres are not the way to go now. Shocking stuff indeed. That I've got to say. I'm convinced that I can't believe how quickly it's dried up. I was convinced that was the wrong call from Liam. Yeah, Liam. Yeah, goodness gracious me. I'm going to ask Liam. Yeah, for the lottery numbers, I reckon. Into the pits now comes the remainder quad of drivers, and that's soft tyres going on for Immortal here. And now retaking the lead is Boxtel. Boxtel's got a decent advantage now over the second Ferrari, which there he is. Troy followed by Chazza. Can Immortal get out in front then? Germa's got a 3-second penalty for warnings then, which of course he struggled with that in qualifying. Indigo is in 8th position there. German is now on the hard tyres. Here comes Chazza. Chazza's past Troy. Then DRS is now available. He is through up into the image on the pass. I'm very sad. Troy is through and has dropped down into 3rd position, but he has DRS, and here he comes, and he's coming back at Chazza now. Chazza's got some pace here. Here comes Troy, and he's on the inside. He passes the McLaren driver up the inside track position, and he's gone deep, has he? No, he hasn't. Perfect. Inch perfect for the Ferrari driver, and he's back up in his 2nd position. magnificent. But now here comes Immortal, who's got those soft tyres on, so he's going to be quicker than a quick thing now, isn't he? Oh my word there. On board now with Chaz, then of course, that's the beauty about this circuit. It does really offer some great Grand Prix racing, does it? Equals, Tango and Indigo are very close to the facility of each other, so I think that's our next battle we're going to watch now. Boxstyle is found doubled his lead to what it was when he came into qualify. Chaz, unfortunately, I think he got a bit too much power and has dropped down into fourth position now, so I think he's going to be disappointed by that, because Immortal is now back in the third position. Immortal, I'm wondering if he threw the soft tyres on to try and neutralise the time he lost then, and he is through past both drivers. Mr. Raging Bull is now up into third position, no, he's got the fast half race. Yellow flag for Indigo, and oh no, Indigo's off the circuit now. He's trying to get himself back on both Haas cars, and Indigo, I think, just got past Equals, I believe, but it's a nightmare race for the Haas team. And I think that Gunther Steiner is glad he's not not a part of this race tonight. Then it's gone absolutely pear-shaped after it looked so strong for the Haas team and after qualifying, and it's gone completely wrong indeed, hasn't it? Oh my word, then I'm going to try and catch up with the comments then, because I have no earthly idea what's going on in the chat then. Goodness me. How much do you pay with the weather moving? Oh goodness me. Yes, I'm not sure. Them soft serve mistakes, Sarah said, don't want him too close, he's getting on my nerves. And goodness gracious me. I'm not sure if that's the budgie or if that's someone else. Immortal's done a 7 now. Goodness gracious me. As Gordo, Moving and Serious Pressure, I'm having a good old natter in the chat then. I have no idea what's going on, to be honest, in the chat. Last thing I was talking about was MotoGP, and now all I see is a budgie and the weather. I must say, though, that I think the weather might be on point. I can't believe how quickly that track changed. I can't believe, more importantly, how quickly Liam, discovered, oh dear, how quickly Liam, discovered that it was going to be a dry track is absolutely incredible stuff indeed. Then, and now through goes Coop, then passes Keza passes Coop and moves himself up into 12th position. Coop down into 13th now. Then Cam is all over the gearbox of Equaz and Tango in 6th position. We got a lot of tires are all being used by all 19 drivers out there, and just Boxstyle leads 4.5 seconds now in front as Immortal's got a 3-second penalty as well. Boxstyle, Immortal, Troye, Chaza, then we've got Toy Coin, Tango, Equals, Cam, Percy and Bravo. That is the top 10 at the moment there. But here comes Cam now, and Cam is having a look that he's going for it. He's on the inside of Equals, he's done it. Oh my goodness me, and somehow he slows the car down, but Equals is going to go up and under. Oh my goodness me, and almost making contact. They're going wheel to wheel. Chaza and Troy falls in swap position as well. And here comes Equals there. He is back into 7th position there. It is getting very frosty between these two drivers there. We've also got Troy getting back past Chaza and back into the podium spot here. My goodness gracious me. Immortal's got a 3-second penalty. He's pushing very hard on those soft tyres. Also nosy on the soft tyres as well. Medium tyres then for Liam, for Mr. Raging Bull, for Keza, Sloth, Percy, Cam, and also Boxstar as well. Everyone else on the hard tyre at this stage of proceedings. Lap 15, and we're coming up to half distance in this race now. Cam has won out his battle. Probably, I think it's more like a war between himself and Equals. What an incredible scrap that was. Over the brow of the hill once again. Gap is 5 seconds at the front then, as Boxstar is absolutely steaming away from this race now. Not sure how Percy, I think the Percy is a bit behind the 8 ball now, because he came to the pits a couple of laps afterwards. And that's why he's dropped down, I think. And there he is in 9th position then. And once again then, the two, Chaza and Troy just swapping positions here. Mr. Raging Bull has found, has got past, and Cam is past Tango. That was a lot more straightforward there, wasn't it, for Cam and the Aston Martin, who's gone from 20th on the grid to 6th at the moment. And Cam has scored points in every single race. He's participated in gold, a bit like Brabham at the moment. So 100% now for both those two drivers at the moment. Soft tyres are falling off now for Immortal, because the gap is starting to come down now between Chaza and Immortal. So then Chaza and Immortal. So Chaza and Troy are going to be on the back of Immortal, I think, in the next couple of laps. But I think that Immortal, then everyone, I think, is the hard tyres going to need to come into the pit? Potentially. I don't think they will, So just on board now. Sloth has got a 3-second penalty. That is the third driver with 3-second penalties at the moment now. 5 seconds of gap to the front, then Troy all over the back now of Chazza. Percy has set the fast on the race, which was quick. Cam did, but then it was quickly eclipsed by Percy, who's got past Equals. Now all over the back of Tango. Here comes Troy then, but he's a bit too far back there. Indigo is unfortunately had to retire because he had rear wing failure. Indigo did then, so that is such a shame. Then make sure you got your footage safe, Indigo, because I think that far from sorry, I'm living no season. I think that Knowlesy would just need the stewards would need to see that just to make sure that, of course, there's pitting it. Whoa! Is Percy almost into the back of Tango. To be fair, if you've got rear wing damage, it's very difficult to continue. There's no point in continuing. It's like sometimes you are going to ruin. My goodness me. On the inside, then goes Sloth, passes Brabbit. Oh, Brabbit just giving him a little shove there on the rear. Telling Sloth to get on with it if you've overtaken me now, and Sloth has to get on with it, doesn't he? Because they're 7/10 of a second behind Equals, and Equals has actually fallen into this crocodile here. That is not ideal at all for Equals. Percy, oh goodness me, Percy's got a 3-second penalty to his name now. So Percy is going to have to, well, he's quick at the moment now, he's quicker than a hiccup. He's gone purple, the triple magenta purple for Percy, and it's now very much on the mission there. Chazza and Troy have finally calmed down at the moment. There's Toy Coin, who is also slipped in this battle here then. And look at this, and there's Percy going to have a look. That gap is open. He's up the inside, and Tango and Percy are tangoing at the exit of turn 2 or 3. My goodness me. And we've got more battling up front then. Toy Coin then had a great start to this race, but unfortunately he's going to be quite disappointed. Whoa, I thought there was a spin goal. There is more contact and more contact. Oh, and I think that there is more as we just went on forward as well. Tango and Percy getting very personal of each other there. Oh my word, that was getting very fruitful, wasn't it? Oh my gosh. Oh, and now Equals all over the back of Percy as well. Lap 19 of this race. And I don't think any damage is done there, but I think that both drivers there were just as Percy is in the pits, and so there is damage to the Ferrari. And Percy is going to be, whoa, and he's got a 5-second penalty. And my goodness me, Ferrari mechanics are in the pits, and that 5-second penalty is going to hurt Percy. Oh dear, and yeah, he has to change the nose cone, so there was damage there as Tango and Percy then getting very close together then, and unfortunately causing issues as well then. Sloth and Equals had a swap position then as we're on board now. Goodness me, it's all starting to tighten up there. Troy has got back past Chazza. What an incredible battle those two are having there. But then I think unfortunately behind them it's the drivers are hogging the limelight here. Toy Coin, Tango, Sloth, Equals, Keza, Brabbit, Coop and Gurman. Knowlesy in there as well. I'd like to hear your thoughts on the Percy and Tango there. If you, I'm going to be honest, I didn't get a very good shot of it to be fair. So maybe your opinions might be a bit skew with them potentially. I'd like to get your thoughts there. Camaro has just mentioned that as Keza thought was going on the inside of Equals. Oh my goodness gracious me there. And Equals off the circuit. Cam has got a 3-second penalty. And my goodness me, I need to stop squealing because the neighbours going to be wondering what I'm up to. Brabbit was trying to make hay whilst the sun is now starting to shine here in Spielberg. Lap 20 out of 36 here. Indigo's race remembers of me from last season. Camaro then. Yeah, Camaro was flying around here then. Unfortunately, it just all went big peak tongue, didn't it, for Camaro? Unfortunately, it's been the same there for from Indigo's point of view. Such a shame there for Indigo. Now Keza's through, he's passed Equals as well. I don't have a clue what's going on here. What I do know is that Keza on the medium tires there is up into 8th position now. Equals down in 9th. 10th position is Brabbit. Is the medium tires going to get to the end probably? I'm not too sure then. Percy not his own Musher was saying, and Percy lost his head there with the pit lane anchor coming to, and then so try to be up Percy best we can do now and have a deep breath and go again then. I think with the 5-second penalty forward there for Percy, but it's not over yet. There is that, and also I'm wondering then if I reckon Tango also possibly was probably feeling too aggrieved as well about the issue there. But of course we got a bit of a rubbish camera angle, and I like to sit on the fence there because my stewarding decisions in the past have been pretty appalling. there. Hence why I'm not allowed in the stewards' room at all. I don't think I'm even allowed anywhere in the same country as the stewards these days. We've got this incredible battle here. This battle, I think, has allowed Immortal to stay on those soft tires for a little longer. But the gap now between Cam and Troy is about 6 seconds. And we've got some almighty scraps there, haven't we? Incredible 17. These 7 are still going at it then. James Burke saying, as a movement saying, it's never over until it's over. Until you hear the voice of Susan Boyle. Goodness me, that's a blast from the past, isn't it? Did she win Britain's Got Talent like some years ago? Potentially, and goodness gracious me, it's absolutely raining cats and dogs. First has got past Marky. Nightmare race once again from the Mercedes team, and Marky down the other back of the field then. We'll take a look at that oh no, I thought it was understeer on the McLaren, but into the pits there comes Equals, and that is a change of strategy. So the drivers on the hard tyres that are coming into the pits then, and Troy is now going to be alongside. I was going to see if Tango damaged his wing there, and now Troy is passed as well. What's the Alfa Romeo doing that? I don't think that was a change of nose cone now. He comes out of the pits on the medium tyres then. Equals out of the pits as well then, as now comes Percy. Percy set a fast on the race. Oh goodness me, we're going to have a Tango and Percy round 2 potentially. Oh goodness me, they've come out quite close together there. Oh dear, that might get very interesting, but that just shows how quick Percy can be, because if there is more stops there coming up later on this race, that's where both drivers have just come out in at 6th and 7th position. But now it's more of a straightforward overtake there this time. Percy's through, passes Tango up into 16th position there. So Percy has still got a chance of some major points in this one. There's German there, unfortunately down in 11th position then, who was on the front row, but unfortunately the mediums go to the end camera and say no, she came second to that dance group. That's diversity, yeah, diversity. Good stuff indeed. As I'm glad you guys, I'm glad that everyone knows there. Britain's Got Talent trivia. Good stuff indeed. Into the pits comes Knowlesy now then, as he is looking for the AlphaTauri mechanics then, who have already been put to work by Tango. So what is these drivers going to do here then? I'm surprised that as now here comes Brabant, passes Keza, and the hard tyres are they quicker than the mediums, you reckon? I'm surprised. I can't believe the Mortal is flat on the soft tyres there. Knowlesy's done another set of soft tyres at Knowlesy, so he's going to be quicker than a hit at Knowlesy. Let's take stock. 7 seconds the gap is at the front, and now it's now getting really cozy. It was already cozy between Chaza and Troy. Now it's very cozy between Immortal, Chaza and Troy. We've just heard that the medium tyre should get to the end, so the hard tyre should get to the end as well. But is it going to be the quicker strategy here? That is what it's going to be up in the end. Now Percy has 8 seconds of penalty. He is stuck into the pits. Comes Immortal then. I think Immortal might also be throwing on another set of soft tyres at potential, but I'm only guessing on that one. So the sun is now starting to break out through the clouds then. So Immortal in the pits then, and that's medium tyres. Goodness me, that's why I don't second guess anyway. He comes out of the pits now in 9th position. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely raining. Goodness gracious. Unfortunately, I haven't got a umbrella for tomorrow, so that's not good, is it? Goodness me. But I do have a raincoat, which is very leaky because it's got a big hole. Oh my goodness me! And Chowser through up into second position. Can Troy come back out now? Goodness me! And he's pushing the McLaren driver. But then Chowser is through and it gets the position there. And Keza is past Brabant. Brabant's been forced on the curb. And now, goodness me, Raikkonen and Vettel had a collision there a couple of years ago. And now, these sloppy Brabant then have negated themselves. Oh my goodness me, banging wheels. But Brabant Estate has got itself through. Oh, sorry, kept the position, I should say, because he hasn't overtaken anyone else. And Slop is unhappy at that, I think that. And who's that? I think that's Keza coming into the pits. And it is indeed Keza into the pits now. I know what tires are going to go on then. So, I'm quite surprised that the drivers are coming into the pits at this stage then. And Brabant is now in the 6th position there. Slop is trying to get past as well. Trying to get past. And there is German in 8th position. And we'll take a look at the penalties. And once all the pit stops have been done, which I have no idea when that's going to be, because everyone has been in and out of the boxes all over the show here tonight. On the inside goes Slop. This is a very good performance from Slop and a very good performance for the Red Bull, the second Red Bull, Toy Coin as well. German there, great recovery drive from German there. It's really gone horribly wrong since that drive-through penalty. German has kept his head down. Immortal on the medium tires to the end of this race. We have got All the reserve drivers have been announced for tomorrow. Good stuff, indeed. Smithy, they're very much at work here tonight, isn't he? Goodness me. You can never have a day off, can you, Smithy? So they're on board now with Liam, who's also found himself in the 13th position now. And now we got Tango and Percy. Goodness gracious me. More action here then between these two drivers. And Eggwell's on the medium tyres, soft tyres then as Toy Coins in the pits. Let's go back to this battle here. Where was I? I was there. We got Nosey now behind the Eggwell's and in 5th position. Kazan 16th, Coop 17th, Mark 18th, Chappers 19th. So far in 26, 30, what's 26 plus 26? About 52. Cam's in the pit set. In 52 laps of racing in gold so far, we have had one retirement, and that's incredible stuff indeed. Then it's been very feisty in this one. That's a bit more feistier than what it was in Silverstone a week ago. Brabbit is back past Sloth, then. Here, my goodness gracious me, and Tango on the outside passes. Oh my gosh, and Percy is almost, oh goodness me, it was getting very feisty there, wasn't it? Percy almost losing the car, and now Equaz is through as well. Oh dear, the champion is having issues tonight. And Cam, who's on soft tyres, is now attacking Tango, and there he goes. My word, squeezing Tango at the apex of the corner, through and up into 10th position. That's not the apex, Sean, but let's just carry on with it nonetheless. Molto, whoa, on the outside, goodness me. These drivers are not shy tonight, are they? And is that Sloth coming in the pits, do you think? I think it might be Sloth. He's had enough of those tyres, and he's in the pits now. Toy Coin in a superb 4th position now. I don't think he's going to stay there with a Mortal flying at the moment there. Here is a Mortal. In front of us is a German, and then Brabbit in front of us. Toy Coin superb in 4th position at the moment now. Driver of the day will be out momentarily. I think the Farf is in charge of driver of the day tonight. So no Becca's going to be the driver of the day. Mortal's through and into 6th position. No German! Oh my word! At the inside, track position on Brabbit, and now here comes a Mortal through as well. And there is there's some dark clouds and over yonder, and now here comes a Mortal through and back up into 5th position as we got some more rain on the horizon in the background. I thought that was an Alpine. No, it's not. The other Alpine is 7 seconds in front of Chaza and Troy in 2nd and 3rd position there, which has been an absolute delight of a battle. But unfortunately, we have had fortunately or unfortunately, we've been having some doozies and some racing here tonight now. Incredible stuff indeed. Tango still in 10th position at the moment. I think that as we take a look at the penalty situation, there is the penalties at the moment there. A lot of penalties out there. No safety cars at the moment. Only one retirement in 54 laps of racing, which is incredible stuff indeed then. Driver of the day, yes, I think the serious mushroom is a 3-second penalty for German. I think that's all but ended his chances of points potentially in this one. But let's find out. There's a lot of drivers then out positioned at this stage. And Cam's got another fast lap of the race. And Cam, who is on soft tyres, coming quite close to the back of a teammate, Mr. Raging Bull, in the Aston Martin in 8th position. So he might get let through here, you know. Robert then very close to the back of German. German, who of course was on the front row of the grid then, and unfortunately though, it's just been as Brabbit there trying to, I'm not sure if they're trying to, I'm not sure if he's trying to follow the slipstream of German there, or if he's trying to warm up those tyres, and those tyres have been on for quite a long period of time. Serious mushroom driver of the day goes to Chaz, he reckons. That Kaz through and up to 12th position. Percy, no points at the moment in that Ferrari. That's a nightmare for Ferrari. That's a nightmare for Percy. Ferrari, who Ferrari with that super team then has not looked so good. Hasn't been so good so far, has it there for the Ferrari? Either one Ferrari has scored and the other one hasn't, and same here. It's not, but it's not over yet. We got 8 laps to go in this race, and there's still a lot more races to come here. Look how tight this field is here in Austria. Troy, who is now looking very fruitful in the battle for 2nd position. There's the 2 Aston Martins, and I think that is Cam getting past. It is getting past Mr. Razor. Cam's also got a 3-second penalty, so he's going to have to really make hay now, so the sun is shining. Tango's got a cube behind him now. He's a bit of a conga line of Tango, Equals, Keza. Percy is struggling now in 13th position, and when we got Knowlesy in the background as well. Coop 15th, Liam 16th, and Sloth 17th, 18th, Markey 19th is Chappers at the moment now. On board now with Keza going up and under. Whoa! Was that contact there? Or was that an issue? I'm not sure. Keza, I think that Keza might just lit up his rear tyres potentially, you know. Yes, there's much Becca driving. Oh my good gracious me! Equals needs to get past quite pronto here because he's on the same tire life as that. Whoa, yellow flag then, and it's the Ferrari off there, and damage to Percy in the Ferrari as well. It's a nightmare race for the Ferrari team and Percy as well. And we didn't see what happened there, did we? It's all kind of bit awry when him and Tango came to blows. Earlier on this race there. Of course, I'm not sure how to call that one, to be honest. Were they both as bad as one another? Was Tango should have given Percy more space? Should have Percy give Tango more space? I have no idea, mainly because I have a rubbish camera angle. But I'm sure that the stewards are going to be very interested in that debacle at the end of this one. Just watching Tango here. Tango and Keza. Keza's on 500 soft tires, and so he should be quick here. Tango does have pounces as well. He's on the inside. He's through, and this time the job has been done. Tango had issues getting the power down in the hairpin last lap there. Boxall leads by 7 seconds there from Chaz in second. Boxall going for 2 for 2 here. Going for 2 wins in 2 races there. Chazza in second. Great drive from Chazza there. Drive the debut out momentarily. Troy in first, excuse me. Oh my goodness me. Troy in third position. Toy Coin, great drive fourth, but now Immortal all over his gearbox with German in 6th position. Great recovery from German. Brabbit in 7th. Good points for Brabbit. Really the points collector at the moment, Brabbit is, isn't he? 8th position, Cam driving superbly well, but he's all over the back of the silver champion. Rage and Ball in 9th position. Kezo, who just watched now in 10th position there. And there is this battle for 7th and 8th. And German is just right in front of us as well. Yellow flag then up into turn 2. I think it's the Ferrari drive then just trying to... so who's up through? And through goes Immortal and past Toy Coin. Toy Coin, German, Troy and Chazza have not come in the pit since pitting off the intermediate tyres. Brabbit as well. My goodness gracious me. Liam has got a 3-second penalty, unfortunately. Cam is through. Brabbit is trying to give him a squeeze then, but look at this, actually still got the ice well. German now is going to be swamped here. Brabbit up the inside there, giving each other just about a car swift and oh my god, there's going to be 3 abreast there. Wow, incredible race. German cuts across there, and Cam trying to go on the outside there, but he has got one car on those soft tyres. And German and Brabbit's tyres are going to be struggling indeed now, aren't they? 20 lap old soft tyres, Cam on new 20 lap old hard tyres, Cam on very new soft tyres here, so Cam can get through here. Here he comes now, and Driver of the Day boat has come out now. Box style Chazza, Toy Coin and Troy. Here comes Cam through, passes German and back up into 6th position. There he comes, and there he goes, and German unfortunately dropping down the order then. And look at that then, the Ferrari of Troy is now up into 2nd position. I'm wondering if that was a bit of team play as well from Percy, giving his teammate a DRS drag there potentially. And now we got who was that I was watching? It was Keza passes Mr. Rachel Ball, who has now done 21 laps on the medium tyres. Quite good gracious me. And Liam, who's done 22 laps on the medium tyres. And Boxstar also in front there has done 21 laps on those medium tyres. So those medium tyres going to be able to get to the end from there. Drive the day votes, get your votes coming in now. But the medium runners, I'm wondering if they're going to start to struggle at this stage. And we're going to have to keep an eye on that because Troy and Chaz could potentially pass, and the medium tyres are going to be stretched here, I feel. And oh my goodness me, Brabbit is a beast then. Percy go for fast lap, Serious Rushman said as well. And moving a sense that Percy's already done it. Whoa, it's look at that, then they're very much at the edge of their the edge of the limit up beyond there. Knowlesy got a 3-second penalty, but Knowlesy in 30th position. That's going to cost Knowlesy, and it's actually costing him a position there. Look at this, and goodness gracious me, and who's that got on the inside now? But now Sloth on the inside of Knowlesy here. This is the battle for the final point then. Mr. Raging Bull, if he can keep it just about within the who's that crawling? I think that's Knowlesy having issues in the back there. That is such no net. No, is it Knowlesy? Yeah, it is. I don't know. Goodness me. Sloth there is absolutely firing on those soft tyres. Gap is down to 4 seconds. Gap is down to 4.7 seconds. There's Chazza. And look at that. Who's up the inside there? I think that was Brabbit and German. And up the inside goes Tango. And And look, there's Aquos through as well. Up into 11th position. Remember, this is the fight for the final point here. Gap is down to 4.5 seconds with 4 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Their mediums might pop here. Oh my goodness gracious me then. And this is going to get very interesting. Mr. Raging Bull, I think those tyres are struggling. Marky's coming out of the pits now, going for those fast up. And here's Boxed Out. There's in the background. There's Percy, who is dragging Troy along here. Oh my goodness gracious me then. And Percy is being a very good team player here, I think. And he is giving Troy DRS then, which is helping. He's got blue flags though, which is helping, I think, Troy. Look at that. He's giving himself DRS, which is helping him gain on Boxtown and repelling the attack of Chazza. Has Boxtown got anything left left in the reserve bed. Let's see how long those tires last for. In the background, there is Keza as well. There he is, and flying on those soft tires. Good gracious me. Here's Rabbit, passes German up in 2-7 finish. This is going to be a grandstand finish to this Austrian Grand Prix. Liam has got a 5-second penalty. Once again, then, this is incredible, isn't it? There, Liam into the pits now. Not that's as much as it's good to see Liam sticking on it. It's been a tough race. 3.5 seconds the gap is now. I think they're going to run out of time then. I think those medium tires are just about going to get to the end then. But Boxtel going for 2 wins out of 2 races then. What an incredible start it has been for Boxtel to come over the brow of the hill. This is going to be very, very entertaining indeed then in the final couple of laps. And 2 laps to go then. It's the shortest circuit on the calendar. Troy, who hasn't won a race for quite a long period of time then, the former world champion, and he is hunting down Boxtel. There he is at the top of the hill. There he is. And just in front of us is Percy, who's a lap down after a nightmare race for Percy. But he is very much a golden gentleman for Troy at the moment, as he is giving him DRS, which is helping him to repel the attack of Chaz. But Chaz is coming back at him. He's up the inside track position there. Squeezes Troy on the outside. No, he doesn't, because he gives him just a pair of cars with her. There's contact there between the 2 cars, and they have hit each other, but they're still fighting out at the 2.5 seconds. This is what Boxtown needs. This is not what either driver needs. They probably should be pulling each other along if they want to win this Austrian Grand Prix. But of course, they are racers, and they are not going to yield, are they? And that's a rubbish camera angle. That's better. Sloth is now down into 11th position, and Eckwarts is up into 10th position, and in the points that is good for the Williams team then. And for Eckwarts, Marcus at the fast of the race, and it might be a battle for qualifying down the back end of the field. And after a nightmare races, and look at that then, 2 seconds then with 35 out of 36. There is Boxton. He's getting ever closer in this race, and then Sloth is through, passes, and that's Eckwarts off the circuit. Oh no! And Eckwarts is all of Eckwarts' efforts have come to nothing in this one. Final lap of the Austrian Grand Prix. Gap is down to 1.5 seconds now. Then, my goodness gracious me, they've got to run out of time. I think the box has judged it by a lap. I think then the 1.7, 1.6. Troy Kaza is having a look there, not quite then into the hairpin, and out of it they go. Whoa, is more Percy getting out of the way now. So Percy, and look at this, and Chaz is through, and he's up in the 2nd position. There in the foreground is Boxtel. Boxtel, and look, the gap is going to be under 1 second, but they needed one more lap, I think. Boxtel has been absolutely incredible. He has been fantastic, as the Boxtel has said. I don't look at that, then he has judged this one to perfection. Brabbit has lost out though to Keza, Keza flying on those soft tires, and here comes Boxtel, and look at the gap. He is coming down hand over fist, but he is coming into the final turn now. Turn 9, turn 10. There is Chaza. This is the last corner, and we've just if he had one more lap, he would have won this race, and it is going to be Boxtel winning his 18th race of his career. And what an incredible race that has been for Boxtel. 18th Grand Prix win of his career, 2 for 2 for Boxtel. The perfect way to start his season. One more lap though, and I think we've had Chazza as the Grand Prix winner, or Troye. What an incredible end to that race indeed there. And of course, Jordan Dayboat is still coming out. That was a good race, wasn't it? Goodness gracious me. Coop getting some points for the Williams team as well. Brabbit scoring once again. Same with Cam. Toy Cohen, what a drive to get himself into the 5th position. Chazza, as German gets fast on the race after a miserable race for the Haas team when they started 3rd and 4th, 2nd and 3rd, and unfortunately they didn't get any points at all in this race, which is going to be very disappointing for the Haas team, isn't it? That is very, very not good at all. What a race Sirius Bush was saying then. I think that Percy did a great job of helping Troy out there. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not. It looked intentional to me. Pinhead, what a hell of a race! It is a great way to start our week here in Spielberg, isn't it? With of course silver and bronze to come as well this week. Then it's a driver of the day. Chazza 50%, absolutely brilliant 17 with good Jordy 41%, brilliant 17 with Troy at 8%. Troy Coyne, that's unfortunate. He should have got more. I think he deserved at least a vote there. Really good stuff there from those drivers. Fantastic. I've given myself a headache. That's good. Luckily, though, I have got some double strength orange squash then, to wet my whistle then, buddy. After this one, what an incredible race this was. And let's take a final look at the classification then. From wet to dry Grand Prix in Austria. Boxtal is 18th race win of his career. Chaza in second then. Once again, Chaza so close, 6 tenths of a second away from getting his first Grand Prix win. So close yet so far for Chaza, but great drive. Third position for Troy. Fourth position for Immortal, with Toy Coin in fifth, with Cam in sixth. Great coverage drive from Cam. Keza in seventh. That drive-through penalty for Keza, but he still recovered nicely. Brabbit in eighth position. Coop, great drive in ninth there. And Sloth getting a point for the Red Bull in 10th position. Equaz just 11th there. Knowlesy 12th. Tango in 13th. Mr. Ranger Bull 14th. German gets a point in 15th. But what a horror show for Haas. 16th for Chappers. Marky 17th. Liam 18th. Percy in 19th position. Only one retirement and 2 races in gold, and that is Indigo out of the Grand Prix, unfortunately. What an incredible race that was there. And my goodness me, Boxar has joined me in the commentary box now. Let me just make sure I got me all my stuff sorted out and all that kind of jazz, and then we'll so Boxtal, how his nerves were, because my nerves was absolutely shot to pieces there, Boxtal. But what a drive from you. And one more lap, you may not have won that race then, or was you as cool as a cucumber?
Well, it was really tricky. I would make it or couldn't make it, so big question mark for me. I will make it with these tires, but yeah, it was really tricky. Tires really well then, so yeah, I think it's the tires. So yeah, amazing race strategy.
And my goodness gracious me! Then did you? Was that all about your judgment there? Because I was querying with the guys in the comments. I'm not sure if those medium tires would last, but my goodness me, the gap was coming down quite considerably towards the end. Then was you just trying to nurse them home in the end, then, so you didn't get a puncture?
Yeah, and the tires were just finished. I mean, it was sliding in every corner. Yeah, it was really tricky to drive to also manage the tires while you're sliding. So yeah, I mean, it's just yeah.
And of course, 2 wins out of 2, your 18th Grand Prix win of your career, and that it's a far cry to what your season started like last season. You didn't get your first points until round 4, but already you've got 50 points on the board. What a perfect start!
Yeah, couldn't have been better. I mean, fortunately, the qualifying didn't went well in the last lap. I mean, I was improving 3.5 tenths, so pole was also in there. So yeah, the start is amazing. I mean, different me this season, ready for the battle.
Certainly are indeed, and talking of the battle as well, you've had and it hasn't been very consistent behind you. Then, of course, both Ferraris having issues on their opening couple of races. Then, and of course, we've also had issues with the Haas team today as well. Then, so it's looked very good for you. But can you focus on your competitors, or are you not interested in that at the moment?
Well, it's really difficult now because this race the two Haas the cars were really fast, but then last race Keza was really fast. So it's really difficult to say fast. I mean, Troy is of course fast, and Lucas is really fast. So you always look at those two. But yeah, I mean, I like the battle. I like the more people getting involved with the win. I mean, it's also that I think.
And it's your 18th win of your career in ALR, which is absolutely superb stuff indeed. Then, are you what do you make of your like numbers and stats? And of course, you're very very close to having the most pole position in the history of ALR. I think you're 5 away. Are you concerned by the stats at all, or do you want the big one? Do you want the world championship?
Well, of course, I won the championship. I think the stats are to look at when, yeah, it's just fun. I mean, stats are just fun. I mean, you always want the big one. You want the championship. Yeah, stats are fun to look at, but I definitely want the championship. Not gonna be easy, I know. Yeah, I like the challenge.
Brilliant stuff indeed. Well done, stay a Boxstyle. Great drive indeed. And stats are fun. You've heard it from Boxstyle. I love them. Let's come to Chaz, who got drive of the day. And Chaz, you're 6 tenths of a second away from getting that maiden Grand Prix win there. But goodness me, so close yet so far.
Exactly. Took the words out my mouth, Sean. So close, but so far. But no, I don't know where that came from. Absolutely no idea where that came from. I didn't expect to be that quick at all. And fair plays to Troy as well. That was one hell of a battle for majority of the race. across both weather conditions. That was an immense battle.
It certainly was, and yeah, you guys are rubbing as well at one stage. I was like, oh gosh, it was looking very very close indeed. Then, but but you guys trust each other to race hard though.
Yeah, I've known Troy here from previous seasons, and obviously racing with him for a while. And we're going to race hard. He's a good driver, good racer, and yeah, it proved to be that on the track.
And do you think if you and Troy wasn't battling, do you think that you could have caught Boxtel at a quicker rate potentially?
Well, I was hoping he'd pitted, to be honest, because I think the people behind that were on mediums as well. I think some of them pitted, so I was hoping that his tyres maybe would gone, he'd get a puncture or something. But no, he managed his tyres very well and probably got a deserved victory, I'd say.
Only just so. And do you think you're going to get that maiden Grand Prix win this season? I think over the past couple of seasons, you've really started to show some mettle in these ground effect era. Do you think that this is going to be the season where you can get that maiden Grand Prix win?
Well, from getting second in my first race this season, obviously I wasn't here for the opening round, but if I can do that every week, then it probably could happen, yeah.
Sky's the limit, and well done today, Chaz. A brilliant job. And driver of the day as well. The viewers loved that battling drive. Brilliant stuff indeed. And Troy, a brilliant drive to third position there. Night and day from Silverstone. Goodness gracious me. It went majorly wrong in Silverstone, but today you was back to your old self.
Yeah, man. Back to my old self, I wouldn't say, but yeah, P3 is alright, I guess.
And I'm going to ask the same question. Do you think if you and Chaz wasn't battling so hard, do you reckon you could have got Boxtel?
Man, it's hard to tell, man, because it was so many different situations going through my head. Like Chaza said, I was hoping for Boxtel to box, to be honest, and then for me and Chaza to fight it out for the win. But at the same time, I wanted to have the 100% DRS towards the end of the race. If Boxtel would have boxed, then I would have had to try to fend off Chaza with as much DRS as possible. I don't know, man, to be honest, because Austria is a weird track, man. I stayed behind Chaza for most parts of that race. We were gaining, but at the same time, I think if we would have maybe swapped positions during straights a bit more often, then we could have caught up quicker. But then at the same time, you risk going side by side into turn 1, 2, 3, etc., and then you'd lose just even more time. So it's a hard decision to make. I got a lot of help from Percy, out of all people, towards the end of the race. He kind of helped me and Chaza both along, to be honest, to catch up even quicker towards Boxtel. So yeah, I don't know. P3 is, I guess, fair, man, and I don't know what to say, man. I'm still not happy about it because I feel like the pace isn't there, man, but I just gotta keep getting these results in and we'll see what I can do.
I was going to mention about Percy because we sit on the stream and I think the viewers are saying about it in the comments as well that it looked like Percy was dragging you along with that DRS then, which I thought that was very clever indeed then. But both you and Percy have had a bit of a difficult start to this season then. And you also mentioned that you're not happy with your pace then. So how are you going to be able to improve and going on to the next race in round 3?
That's a good question because I mean I haven't been able to improve for like this whole like game cycle, so I don't know how I'm gonna be improved until like for 1 week. But what track did you say it was again?
Bear with me, caller. It is
Sorry?
Spain. It is Spain. The next race, Spain.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind Spain, to be honest. It's a better track than these 2 previous ones, but yeah, we'll see. And me and Percy gotta pull it out the bag somehow. I think he's turning off the line, so that's why he's slow, and I'm just asked, to be honest. But I guess we'll work on it. We'll somehow try to get up there, and at the end of the day, we're both champions for a reason. So it'd be more than a shame if we couldn't bring home the constructors.
And that's exactly right. Well done indeed then, of course. Ferrari then with their dual championship lineup, but it hasn't gone too well at all, has it, for Ferrari? Boxtel, though, 2 for 2. He's almost perfect then. Just needed that fastest lap, didn't he? What an incredible drive that was there for Boxtel, his 18th Grand Prix win of the season. Chaza, so close yet so far, 6/10 of a second away from his first Grand Prix win. And, of course, Troy getting a podium after a nightmare British Grand Prix, but then the world champion of Percy getting, I think he got fast up at the end, but horror show once again for the Ferrari. We'll be back in race and action for gold in Spain in just over a week's time. Tomorrow night it is silver then. Alex is going to be taking you through the action then, but I'm going to hibernate until Tuesday night. Goodbye, everyone.